You know that feeling, right? You spend hours and hours studying for something, only to feel like that information is just slipping away days or even hours later. It's such a frustrating feeling. Well, today, we're going to dive into a really powerful idea that completely reframes the entire goal of learning. It's about moving beyond just memorizing facts and getting to a place where knowledge becomes a permanent part of you.
So let me start by asking you a really simple question. Are you ever afraid that someone's going to ask your name and you'll just blank on it?
Yeah, of course not. It's a ridiculous question, isn't it? I'm guessing you don't wake up every morning, stand in the mirror, and practice reciting your name just in case. It's just there.
But this is where it gets really interesting. Have you ever actually stopped to ask yourself why that is? I mean, why is your name so completely unforgettable, while some important historical date or a complex formula can feel like it was written in disappearing ink?
And the answer is pretty profound. Your name isn't just some piece of data you've got stored in your brain. It's a part of your identity. You don't have to try to remember it because, in a way, you are it. And that one idea right there is the key to unlocking a much, much better way of learning.
This gets to the absolute core of the problem with a lot of traditional studying. We treat knowledge not as a part of us, but more like this heavy suitcase full of facts that we have to drag around everywhere.
And that's exactly why textbooks can feel like such a slog. The information is treated as this external thing. It's totally disconnected from our identity, so the whole process feels forced, kind of like a chore. And because we're usually just learning it for a test, it feels temporary. We're just borrowing the information. We're not actually trying to own it.
Here's a fantastic metaphor for this whole idea. Trying to remember something is just like carrying a heavy suitcase. It takes constant, conscious effort. You can't put it down or you'll lose it. But naturally knowing, well, that's like wearing your clothes. It's just a part of you. It moves with you, effortlessly. You don't even have to think about it. So, the really crucial point here is that we need a fundamental shift in our approach. We've got to move away from the exhausting work of short-term memory and move toward this powerful, permanent state of integration. So what exactly is knowledge integration? Well, it's the process of making new information a core part of how you see and understand the world. It's not about stuffing a file into some mental filing cabinet. It's about weaving that information into the very fabric of your thinking. Let's look at a super practical example. Imagine you're in a job interview. They ask your name, about your life story, your core beliefs. No problem, right? That knowledge is part of you. But then they ask you to recite some abstract formula or a specific definition from a textbook chapter. You might hesitate. And the difference isn't about how smart you are, it's all about ownership. You own your story, but you were just borrowing that formula.
So this is the big question then. If this is the goal, how do we actually do it? How do we take that external information from the textbook and make it a true part of who we are?
Well, first, let's just be crystal clear about what doesn't work. You know, the old standbys, rereading your notes over and over, cramming all night before a test, or just mindlessly copying sentences. These are all passive activities. All they do is keep the knowledge in that external suitcase.
The real path to integration is active and it's engaging. First, you have to question everything deeply. Don't just accept a fact. Ask why it's true and how it works. Second, you've got to relate it to your own life. When you connect new ideas to your own experiences, you create these really strong connections in your brain. Third, try to explain it and discuss it with other people. This forces you to put the information into your own words. And finally, apply it or teach it. The very moment you use knowledge to solve a real problem or explain it to somebody else, it stops being some abstract idea and it starts becoming your own. And when you do all of this, it leads to a completely new goal for studying. It's not just about passing an exam anymore. The real objective is to fundamentally change your own understanding of the world. And when you succeed, the benefits are, well, they're transformative. Recall becomes instant and effortless, just like remembering your name. Your confidence just skyrockets because you're not afraid of your mind going blank anymore. That fear of forgetting, it just fades away. And memory becomes this automatic byproduct of real understanding, not the goal itself.
This right here, this is the new mantra. Your goal is not to become some kind of human hard drive just storing disconnected bits of information. Your goal is to become a sponge, absorbing that knowledge until it truly becomes a part of you.
So, the next time you sit down to learn something new, I want you to stop asking yourself that old familiar question. And instead, I want you to start asking this: how do I make this a part of me? Because when you find the answer to that question, you'll realize you don't even need to remember it at all. It will just be there, with you, effortlessly.